Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be discussing records that a lot of people say are the essentials you need to have in your collection. They are from amazing bands and artists and just absolutely killer albums. I've watched so many videos about these albums and about the essentials you need to own. But I'm feeling a little rebellious today and I want to talk about those albums, but I'm also going to mention the records I think are just as good or better from those bands or artists. And I think I might make some of you really mad today. I'm not really sure, and I hope not. But I'm going to show you what a lot of people call are the essentials, and then I'm going to show you what I think is really good. And you can agree or disagree. It's just for fun. The essentials obviously are great albums. I have them in my collection. But there are records out there that I don't think get the respect and love they deserve, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So if you are not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you would support me on that. And let's go ahead and get started talking about the records. First off is the beautiful album Queen, A Night at the Opera. And what's not to love about this one? First off the bat, we've got Bohemian Rhapsody. I honestly have heard that one enough times now. It's a beautiful and ambitious song, and I give them all the props for doing it. But there's some other really great stuff on here too. I really love the song Love of My Life. It's so beautiful. And also, You're My Best Friend was a huge hit when I was a kid. So I think this is a really great record. However, because everybody says that one is so great, I think it sucks the oxygen out of this next album, A Day at the Races. And this one rocks. It's absolutely killer. We've got the huge hit Somebody to Love on here, and just absolutely some great tunes. And this is absolutely just as important to me as A Night at the Opera is A Day at the Races. And also, while we're on Queen, I just have to show this one. This is Queen's Jazz, and I'm not a huge fan of the first song that comes on this album. The rest of it rocks, and Fat Bottom Girls is my favorite song on this album. I absolutely love it. It just puts me in a good mood and gets me to dancing. I think it's great, and I think this is a must-have by Queen. And now I'm going to be tackling the world of jazz, something I know very little about other than I like this, I don't like that. I'm not a huge jazz, I just don't have a lot of knowledge about jazz, but I have been getting some records. I do have some opinions on what I love, and just let me show this one. This is the one that everybody says. It's Miles Davis Kind of Blue. Everybody says that this is the one to get. It is the, when you're wanting to get into jazz, this is the one to listen to. And I agree. It's great. It's a classic. And it is a very welcoming album when it comes to the world of jazz. However, I actually love In a Silent Way. And yes, it's a little different. It might be a little more out there, but I find it just as beautiful, just as relaxing, and I like it a little better. Just me. But this is a killer jazz record by Miles Davis. And if you ever see this one and you're curious about jazz at all, just get it. It's great. Now I'm going to be diving a little bit into the psych world. And this is the standard, the classic by the Electric Prunes. It has the hit I Had Too Much to Dream Last Night. This is their debut album. It's great. I love it. However, I think the Electric Prunes Underground is better. Don't tell anybody I said that, but I think it's better. It's not too far out there in the psych world, but it's a little bit more out there than their debut. And I think it's the perfect psych record. I absolutely love this one. We have great songs on here like The Great Banana Hoax. Just absolutely really good stuff on here. So I highly recommend that. And now I want to talk about the band Kiss. I love Kiss. They're one of my favorite bands. And a lot of times when it comes to Kiss, if you're wanting to just dip your toes into what Kiss is all about, people would recommend the Alive album. It's a live album. It's really great. Also, Kiss Destroyer. No arguments with me. I love this album. Do You Love Me is on this album. It's my favorite song by Kiss. Love it. However, I think because that one gets so much attention that people miss out on this one. Rock and Roll Over. It's killer. The very first track on here is I Want You, and it is one of my favorite songs by Kiss. Absolutely great stuff. Just a killer, killer album. Also, if you really just if you're brand new to Kiss and you want to know what their hits are, Kiss Double Platinum. It doesn't get a lot of attention, but it is a killer album, and you're going to get all of their hits on here. Strutter, it's a little bit different version than their first one. It's really good, called Strutter 78. Do You Love Me? My favorite song's on there. Hard Luck Woman is a killer record that's also on Rock and Roll Over, the one I just showed you. But it has also God of Thunder, I Want You, Rock Bottom, Detroit Rock City, Beth. All of the really huge hits are on here. It's a great one by Kiss. If you are feeling super ambitious about Kiss and you want to try something that's different from anything else they've ever done, I recommend The Elder. And I know a lot of people don't like this album. I think it's fantastic. I love this album. We've got songs like, Only You is my favorite on here. It's killer. Under the Rose is so different and amazing. Dark Light. The solo by Ace Frehley is mind-blowing on this one. And The Oath is killer. It's a great record. So I think this is such an underappreciated record in the Kiss discography. I love this one. Now we're going to talk about Prince, another one of my favorite artists, and this is probably his most successful and the one that most people own. Prince's Purple Rain, and of course it is killer. It's got amazing songs on here. Let's Go Crazy. We've got When Doves Cry, absolutely probably my favorite Prince song, but I know there's just so much great stuff on here. Obviously Purple Rain, I Would Die For You, killer album. However, there's a couple other Prince albums that I think deserve just as much recognition, and I love them. Prince's 1999. This is the album that really turned me on to Prince in a big way. I loved the really great songs on here. 1999. Little Red Corvette blew my mind. I loved that song. And Automatic was really amazing to me. Something in the Water Does Not Compute is killer. Free is a beautiful song by Prince. So I think this is just as worthy of owning as Purple Rain. And then we can go on also to Sign of the Times, which is getting a reissue really soon. So it's going to be really easy to find on, I think, peach color vinyl. And there are some really great songs in here. Sign of the Times. What else? There is If I Was Your Girlfriend. Strange Relationship is a really great one. I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man was a huge hit when I was a senior in high school. I love that song. So this is a really good one by Prince. And it just doesn't get the recognition that Purple Rain does, and I think it deserves it. So this is a killer one. Now we're going to move on to my favorite band of all time. I absolutely love Van Halen, and I'm going to give a little suggestion about both eras. Most people say the debut is the best, and it is absolutely fantastic. We have great songs on here. You Really Got Me was a huge hit. Jamie's Crying was a huge hit. Running with the Devil is tremendous. I personally like Little Dreamer, Atomic Punk, Eruption, Ice Cream Man. This is a killer record. However, I also think that if you're gonna get into Van Halen, you cannot overlook Women and Children First. This is absolutely to die for. Every single song on here. I love Tora Tora, and The Cradle Will Rock was a huge hit. Romeo Delight, absolutely fantastic. Fools. In a Simple Rhyme is on this album. It is a killer song. Could This Be Magic? Loss of Control is crazy in all the right ways. I absolutely love it. Everybody Wants Some is just absolutely fantastic, and it really shows Alex Van Halen and for what he can do for this band. Fantastic. So I love this one. I think it's absolutely terrific. And now for the Hagar years, a lot of people say 5150. got the song Dreams, which is absolutely beautiful. Why Can't This Be Love? I personally love the song Get Up. It's a really good motivational, just a really rockin' track. It's great. However, I think if you're going to go with the Sammy Hagar years, find a copy of Balance. If you can't find the vinyl, get it on CD. Hopefully they're going to have a reissue. I don't know when, but they need one really badly. They just need to do 2 box sets, the David Lee Roth years, the Sammy Hagar years. Anyway, let's move on. This is really great. The Seventh Seal is absolutely an amazing song. Can't Stop Loving You is good, but it's not my favorite, but that was the single off of here. We've also got Deja Vu, Not Enough. It's beautiful. It's called Take Me Back, Deja Vu is the song on here that I absolutely love. This is Feelin' is an amazing song on here too. This is my favorite by the Hagar years. Absolutely killer. Balance by Van Halen. I'm going back into jazz now, and I'm going to probably on these next records I'm going to show some heads are going to explode. Some people aren't going to like it. But let me just say, I like everything I'm showing. I just think there's other albums that are just as good or maybe a little bit better, something that I like a little more. So I'm moving back into jazz, and we're going into John Coltrane's A Love Supreme, a beautiful record and highly regarded, highly respected. A lot of people would say this one is their favorites. Blue Train would be another. I don't have Blue Train yet. I'm working on it. I want to get that one really badly. However, for A Love Supreme, I personally would recommend Giant Steps. I think this is a killer record. I love this one. And it has some wonderful contributions on here. We've got Tommy Flanagan on piano, Paul Chambers on the bass, Art Taylor on drums. This to me is an incredible record. It's very accessible if you're getting into jazz, but it's also one that you can respect and enjoy if you're a full-fledged jazz fan. So I think Giant Steps is really great, and I would highly recommend that one. This one is going to make so many people mad, and I don't want to make anybody mad. This is just something, this is how I feel. This is just my opinion. It doesn't really mean anything, so let's just take a deep breath and relax. Okay, now here we go. I really like this album, Pet Sounds. Obviously I like it because I've spent a lot of money on it. I bought the 45 RPM version. It's absolutely gorgeous. It never sounded better. It's a great album, and I do recommend this one for your collection. However, if you are new to it, you may not love the whole album of Pet Sounds, but you might like a few of the songs. So instead of getting Pet Sounds first, if you're not really into the Beach Boys, I would recommend getting, oh gosh, you guys are going to be so mad at me, maybe a greatest hits compilation like this one would be good, because you're getting the hits off of Pet Sounds. You're getting God Only Knows, Sloop John B, Wouldn't It Be Nice, but you're also getting California Girls, I Get Around, Fun Fun Fun, Surfer Girl, Little Deuce Coupe. I mean, you're getting some tremendous records by the Beach Boys. It's a great introduction, and I think this is just as essential as anything you'd want from the Beach Boys, just having the greatest hits, having the biggest stuff. So I'm not arguing. Pet Sounds is a tremendous record. It is an important record, and I do say you should have that in your collection. However, I also think you should have this one in your collection. It's really terrific. Here is another great one a lot of people love. This is Bayou Country by Creedence Clearwater Revival. I love this one too, and it has tremendous hits on here like Born on the Bayou. This one is the one that has Proud Mary, their crowning achievement. And it's just one of those classic songs that will live on forever. It's just, you can't say enough about the song Proud Mary. It's a huge hit, and John Fogerty wrote it, and he has a lot to be proud of. However, I love this album, Cosmos Factory. I think this is absolutely killer. We've got songs like Travelin' Band, Looking Out My Back Door, Run Through the Jungle is my personal favorite from CCR, Up Around the Bend, Who'll Stop the Rain. And I heard it from the grapevine. It is a tremendous 11-minute version of it that will blow your socks off. And also, Long as I Can See the Light is a beautiful song. So as much as I like Bayou Country, man, I love this one. This is absolutely fantastic. This is the last one I'm going to talk about, and it's probably the most controversial. And I love both of these albums. I think they're both great. But, okay, so there's no but. I shouldn't say but. I love Sgt. Pepper. This is one of my favorite albums. This is absolutely the Beatles' best. Obviously, Abbey Road is great. We could make an argument for almost every album they did. Everything is absolutely wonderful. And this is one of my favorites. I love it. But do not count out Magical Mystery Tour, because it is absolutely fantastic too. And for every wonderful song and groundbreaking song on here, of course, I don't think anything's going to be A Day in the Life. I really don't. I think that is just on an island of its own. It is so good. However, we've got really great songs on here, like Magical Mystery Tour. I love that song. A Fool on the Hill is really great. I Am the Walrus is one of my favorites by John Lennon. It just really shows his personality. I think it really suits him so well. And we've also got tremendous songs like All You Need Is Love, Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields Forever, Baby You're a Rich Man. It just goes on and on and on with this one. I think this is absolutely brilliant, and the US version of this album was the one to have. So these are what I would call quintessential albums, and just my little twist, my little opinion. Let me know where I got it right. Let me know where I got it wrong. If you have another album from these artists or groups that you recommend, leave them in the comments below. I would really love to know what you all would recommend. And please subscribe to my channel. Take care. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.